Hi everyone, I'm Melanie McLeod and today I'm going to talk to you about the chakra system. So what is the chakra system? I'm first of all going to explain what it is, secondly why it's important, and thirdly some ways that we can cleanse or heal our chakra system and how it can benefit us. And then finally, I'm going to finish off with a short 10-minute visualization exercise to assist you with an effective tool, equip you with an effective tool on how you can cleanse your chakra system on a regular basis. So first of all, before we begin, I'm going to start talking about one of my favourite stories when I was a kid, which was The Wizard of Oz. I'm sure you're familiar with the story, but just to recap in case you've forgotten, it features Dorothy and her mates, the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow and the Tin Man, off through a journey through Oz, and each of them are on, I guess, a personal quest. The Lion wants to find his courage, the Scarecrow wants to find his brain, the Tin Man wants to find his heart, and poor Dorothy wants to go home. So on this quest, they encounter certain adversaries or obstacles they need to overcome. And during the course of those obstacles, each of the characters finds their courage, their heart, their brain to defeat their adversary. And eventually at the end of the story, they're rewarded with, I think, a medal to sort of prove their bravery. The Scarecrow gets some sort of certificate to improve to prove to himself that he has his intellect. I can't remember what the Tin Man gets, but something obviously to show his love. And Dorothy finally gets to go home. And at the end of the story, the Good Witch says to Dorothy, "The power was always inside you all along, my dear. You just had to find it for yourself." That's an interesting phrase, and it does get battered about quite a lot, that everything you need is inside you, the power is inside you. The last place that you'll think to look is inside you. People look externally, but we never think to look inside us. And you hear that quite a lot, but essentially, what does it mean? And how do we look inside ourselves to find what it is that we're looking for? So, enter the chakras. And the chakra system, I'll tell you what it means first of all. A chakra means Sanskrit, in Sanskrit is a wheel of light. A wheel of light. So it's essentially, we've all got a chakra system inside us. It's essentially energy. And that energy is made up of our beliefs, our fears, our desires, our experiences, our wounds from childhood or past life. All of these things form an energetic blueprint inside us. And that energetic blueprint then is what is acting unconsciously within us to attract certain things into our life, whether or not we want them or not. And there are good things and bad things, and we've all got this chakra system inside us, and each one is individual. So thinking about why it's important, if you've heard of the law of attraction sort of talks quite a lot about energy. So how our inner thoughts, beliefs, fears, etc., that makes up our energetic internal system. And that energetic internal system will send out a vibration, if you like, to the universe. And that universe will reflect back to us as a feedback system to tell us what internally we're feeling. So if you consider yourself to be lucky, so you're the sort of person that always wins the raffle, the lottery, or whatever it is, and good things just happen to you, and that's your belief system, then probably you'll have lots and lots of reasons coming back to you to reinforce that belief system to you. Similarly, if you're having a bad day, you wake up, you got out the wrong side of the bed, you stub your toe first thing, you're feeling stressed and anxious about something that's going on in work that day, then you'll probably attract to you that day, you'll probably have a bad day, and it'll attract to you sort of lots more reasons to feel stressed and anxious. It can sometimes be a negative circle. So that again is, what we're sort of feeling inside. We're sending out that vibration, and then that's being reinforced back to us. So essentially what the law of attraction says is the universe doesn't happen, or the world doesn't happen to you, it works through you. So you send out that vibration consciously or unconsciously, and then whatever happens to you then is a feedback system to show you what you're actually thinking or feeling, or what your energy is like inside. So how do we, it's fair enough for the things we're conscious of, stuff we know about, but what about the stuff that we don't know about, which is probably about 95% of our energy, the stuff that we're not conscious of? How can we access that information? Sometimes things happen to us and they keep happening to us and we've no idea why. The chakras, or accessing the chakra system, is really a way of tapping into that wisdom that's inside you, or that power that's inside you, to bring conscious what is currently unconscious, and needs to be addressed or balanced or healed within us, so that we can continue to attract only what is good in our life and not what we don't want. Okay, so a whistle-stop tour of the chakras. There's actually quite a large number of chakras, both inside our body and outside our body. But we're going to talk about today the 7 key chakras, which are located inside our body, which are the quite famous ones. And I'm going to talk about just briefly each of them in turn. What is the situation if they are imbalanced, the colour of these chakras, and what they relate to. And then once we've gone through that, we're going to then kick off with our meditation to balance those chakras and bring more light into our lives. So, starting off with the root chakra, which is located right at the bottom of your spine, essentially your root. This chakra is located, is coloured red, sometimes black or brown, because it kind of relates to the earth, your roots, your grounding. It relates to family, money, physical security. So if this chakra isn't balanced properly, you might be particularly anxious or fearful. You might have some spending issues. One of the addictions it can show up of is overeating. It's no surprise that we're all facing this awful virus at the moment. A lot of people are saying that you're going to have to be airlifted out their houses when this is all over by a crane or something. So, yeah, physical security, red chakra. Moving on up. So your next chakra then is known as your sacral chakra, which is located just below your navel, so in your creativity centre. This one is the colour of orange. Now, I'll let you into a bit of a secret about myself. That, go back in the day, I used to be a bit of a party animal. I wasn't sort of immune to having a little bit of a me party sometimes, even in my back garden, a bit of a bottle of wine, a bit of a silent disco when everyone else was asleep. That's because I think, my creativity centre was essentially a bit blocked. I grew up in the 80s, which was quite a materialistic culture, when everyone thought that be having a good job, nice car, nice house is what was going to make you happy. And that's what I focused on for the first part of my life. But as I got older, I realised there was a key part of me that was missing, and that was actually a huge well of creativity inside me, which needed to come out in some way or another. Once I started doing meditating and sort of balancing my energy, I started to be drawn to more healthy activities such as drama. I did some singing for a while, drawing, journaling, decorating my house even, that kind of thing. And as I did that, my need for kind of partying and sort of numbing myself with alcohol did reduce significantly, actually go away, because I didn't want to waste my time not being present in the moment and enjoying myself doing these creative activities, which I now love and are an essential part of me. So, you know, whilst we're on lockdown at the moment, I do still enjoy a silent disco in the back garden. I do limit it to 1 or 2 beers on a Friday night. So it's a way that my energy became balanced, I suppose, over time, and I'm a much happier person for that. You can decide on what is your kind of key addiction or key issue as we talk about these and go through, but just sharing with you a bit of personal stuff about myself. Yikes. Next one then, going up, sorry mum, is your solar plexus chakra. So the solar plexus is located just above your belly button and below your chest, so kind of right in the centre of your stomach. And the solar plexus basically is your chakra that relates to personal power, self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. If your chakra is underbalanced, then underworking, underfunctioning, then you may have weak boundaries. So difficulties in standing up for yourself, difficulty in saying no, difficulty in identifying which is your energy and what belongs to you and what doesn't, what belongs to someone else. Conversely, if it's overly functioning, you might be that kind of domineering type of person that is willing to kind of trample on people and my way or the highway kind of attitude. And also the solar plexus chakra is a sort of intuitive center as well, so it's where we get our gut instinct. So sometimes you might meet someone and all of a sudden you kind of get that feeling that your energies are quite incompatible, that you might not like each other. And it could be because you both got weak or are not working so properly solar plexus, and unbalanced solar plexus, whereas one of you is underfunctioning, the other is overfunctioning, and you know that together you're just going to clash. Okay, and if you do meet someone like that, the best thing to do is think about that and think about actually what can I do to heal that solar plexus chakra so that energy or that clash between us can be minimized. Moving on up, heart, and the heart's a really important one. The heart is coloured green or pink, and it's right in the centre of our chest. Your ability to receive love is blocked by your ability to give love, okay? So if your heart is blocked by grief, abandonment, betrayal, heartbreak, all that kind of icky, hurtful stuff that happens to all of us in life at some point, then it can decrease the flow of energy in your heart, so your ability to give and receive love, which can impact your relationships, both romantically and also with friends and family, that kind of thing. The heart also has a kind of higher element to it, which I suppose I'm using 2 colours to sort of demonstrate it here, which is the higher qualities of love, which is forgiveness, compassion, and universal love that we all strive to think about or feel on a regular basis, sometimes easier than not. But that the heart is a key centre, and if you're going to focus on any of your chakras and one to heal, I would say this one can really open up a lot for you. Moving on up then, we have the throat chakra, which is the colour of light blue or turquoise. And unsurprisingly, the throat chakra relates to communication, your ability to hear, to listen, and also to speak. So not just to other people, but to speak your own truths. Are you authentic? Do you mean what you say? Can you hear not just other people what they're saying, but also can you hear yourself? What's inside you, what wants to come out. So blue is the colour of this one. Also a good way to open the throat chakra is by singing and telling the truth. It's blocked by lies as well, if you're just lying to other people or to yourself. Moving on up then is probably the most famous of the chakras, which is the colour of indigo. It's the third eye chakra, which is located just between your brows. And essentially that's your centre of intuition or your sixth sense. And it is perfectly natural that we all have a sixth sense, in addition to our 5 traditional senses of seeing, hearing, smelling, taste, and touch. So the other kind of less used sense is our intuition or our gut instinct. And there are other chakras in your body that give you that feedback on the gut instinct. I just mentioned the solar plexus, but your intuition, really, the strongest point here is your third eye. So it's that bit, that nudge inside you, that gut instinct, the thing that tells you, oh, don't want to go down that street, there's going to be a traffic jam, and sometimes we don't listen to it, and then we think, oh, I knew that was the answer. Essentially, quite useful at the moment when we're all doing quizzes on Skype or Zoom on our lockdown. So trusting yourself, your intuition. Finally, then moving up to the 7th chakra here, which is located at your crown, the colour of purple, or sometimes pure light energy, which is your connection to all that is. And if this is unbalanced, you might feel stagnated, disconnected, procrastinating, depressed. It can lead to sort of mental health issues. So opening up your crown chakra is important because it connects you to the universe and all that is, and makes you feel that you're part of something greater, which essentially we all are. So the thing is, if you put your chakras all together, you've got your red one at the root. Can't quite see what I'm doing here, but orange one, yellow, green or pink, light blue, indigo and violet. So if you put them all together, you do get your rainbow, which we're seeing a lot of at the moment, which I'm finding quite interesting, because I frankly don't believe in coincidence. And I did do some research on this earlier and looked up what the spiritual meaning of a rainbow is, and essentially it's a bridge between worlds. And I believe that when this whole epidemic, pandemic, whatever nightmare is over, that we are entering a new time, a better time for the world, where it will be a better place, where humanity is kinder, gentler, more caring towards each other. Nature is making a resurgence. And the world will be, more balanced and more in unity. And I do hope that is my hope, that that's going to be the eventual outcome of all this. It's just such a terrible shame that it's taken such a crisis to get us to this point. So in actually doing some work and balancing our chakras on a regular basis, we are actually, I think, helping assist the uplifting vibrations of not just ourselves, but also externally, to make sure that we are sending out good vibrations to the universe, and also attracting back to ourselves what is for our highest and greatest good. And once your energy system is balanced internally, then you can act from a place of consciousness, from love, so that you're always acting in the best way possible, and that has a positive knock-on effect. So if that is my whistle-stop tour, if you want to find out about any more chakras, Google them. There's loads and loads of information, talks about the different types of stones you can use to heal them, the different foods you can eat, the colours, and there's loads and loads of meditations online. But I'm just going to do a short one for you now, a short visualisation. So if you'd like to sit yourself down, ideally you want to be sitting up for this one, just because our chakras are properly aligned for this, with your feet flat on the floor. So find a chair there to support your back if you need to. And what we're going to do then is start by taking 3 deep breaths. Again, we're going to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you can imagine then, as you're taking these deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, that we're breathing in pure, clean energy, white energy, and breathing out anything which is not for our highest and greatest good, so it's not good for us. So you might want to imagine it coming out as a cloud of grey smoke, just getting lighter and lighter and lighter as we do these deep breaths. I'm going to put some of the background music on right now. Okay, so breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So this time deepening and lengthening those breaths. So breathe in and count for 4 and out for 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. This time breathe in and hold for 8 and out for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to ground our energy to make sure we don't fly off anywhere in our heads. So just imagine then from the soles of your feet, once again we've got the energy here, the imaginary roots that extend from the soles of your feet right the way down through the floor, down through the earth, deep, 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 deep down, right the way down to the centre of the earth, where they wrap themselves around the earth's crystal, keeping you safe, secure and grounded all times throughout this meditation. Secondly, I want you to imagine there is a column of light coming directly from the sky into your crown chakra, located at the top of your head. Opening up that crown chakra as it comes down, like a purple lotus flower opening up, and pulling that white light, pure divine energy down, down, down into your energetic system, right the way down through your body. So imagine that light there, traveling its way down over your forehead, down through your brows, relaxing you and deepening you, relaxation and the peace as it comes through your system. Down through your eye muscles. Maybe feel right now that it's a good time to close your eyes. Down through your cheeks, your jaw, relaxing any tension that you're holding in this area. Down through your neck, your shoulders, your spine, traveling its way right the way down through your arms, wrists, fingertips. Relax your hands on your lap or wherever is comfortable. Down further through your spine, right the way down to your tailbone. Relaxing your muscles as it goes down and travels through your thighs, knees, shins and calves, and through your ankles, your feet, your toes. Just relaxing and calming all energy in these areas. So you're perfectly connected now to Mother Earth and also to the great universe and beyond. Safe in this meditation. Now I want you to imagine at the root of your spine is a red disc which is representing your root chakra. Have a look at that disc in your mind's eye now. Keep your eyes closed and just imagine your root chakra there. Have a look at it. What colour is it? Is it bright red or is it a little dusky or muddy? Is it perfectly shaped and perfectly balanced? A pure spinning wheel in the column of light? Or are there some areas of it which are a little bit misformed or missing? Have you got any gaps or holes in that? Just notice it. So on the next in-breath, anything that you notice which is in need of some healing in that root chakra, when you breathe in, I want you to send more light energy to the root chakra. Notice that light there, glowing ruby red in your root chakra, healing up any cracks, any deficiencies, any miscolorations, until the light of your red chakra is pure ruby red, glowing. And watch that chakra spinning as it starts to spin gently, spinning out all energy that doesn't belong in there, balancing and working perfectly. Great. Now, imagine that light then coming back in and moving to your next chakra, which is your sacral chakra, which is located just above the root chakra and is the colour of orange. Again, just notice that chakra to start with. What colour is it? Is it glowing brightly like fire? Or are there pockets or holes or deficiencies in it? Just notice that chakra there. And on your next in-breath, send in more pure light energy to that chakra to heal and restore any energy there which is missing or deficient or imbalanced. Imagine that light travelling right the way down through the column of light, throughout your spine, down to your sacral chakra. Just healing that wheel there till it glows a bright, vibrant orange. And imagine that chakra then starting to spin. Make sure it's properly aligned with the root chakra. And they're the same size, perfectly round, spinning and glowing brightly. Now we're going to pull in some more light and move up the chakras to our next chakra, which is our solar plexus chakra, located directly on top of the sacral chakra, and the colour of the sun, bright yellow. So again, just take the time internally to check your chakra. How does it feel to you? How does it look? There's no right or wrong answers. This is your own internal journey So just be an observer to start with and see how balanced or not balanced it is. So again, on the next in-breath, imagine sending light there to our solar plexus, pulling in the light to balance our solar plexus chakra, making it glow a bright, bright yellow, like the sun, powerful and vibrant and crystal clear. Now notice how the 3 chakras now are all stacked on top of each other, each glowing a brilliant, bright, vibrant colour, and each spinning gently. And now we're going to pull in the light again on our next in-breath and move up to our next chakra, located in the centre of our chest. This is our heart chakra, centre of our ability to give, receive love, compassion, forgiveness. So we're going to pull in plenty of energy into that centre. And imagine as that energy comes in, we look at our wheel here, with a little bit of pink in the centre. Now imagine that light healing that energy there, clearing away all marks or dirt or deficiencies or holes or blockages that we might be carrying or hurts in our hearts. Pull in plenty of light into that centre. Watching it here, cleanse the energy and begin to spin gradually and aligning with our 3 other lower body chakras located underneath. Spin in a beautiful green, pink centre. Feeling calm and peaceful as we do this. Moving in more light now up to our throat chakra, located directly on top of your heart chakra. Again, have a look at your wheel. How does it look? It should be a bright turquoise blue or light blue, spinning like a perfect disc. Notice any patches or holes or deficiencies we have in that centre or miscolorations. And breathing in more light to heal this area. That's it. Watch the light clearing away any areas and issues that you're holding in your throat chakra here. See it sparkle and gleam with pure light energy, glowing a brilliant light blue, bright blue. And balancing it on top of your heart chakra. And we move up again. Pulling in more light now. And we imagine in the centre of our brows is the 3rd eye chakra, an indigo coloured disc. Have a look at it. Do you have difficulties imagining this chakra? Just take your time. Breathe in the light energy and breathe out. And imagine an indigo disc right between your eyes, flowing and gleaming with bright light energy. Watch it starting to spin, tuning into that 6th sense which is natural for all of us. Feeling perfectly at peace as the energy enters into the system, balancing your 3rd eye chakra. And finally, imagine at the crown of your head a violet chakra, a beautiful violet chakra, violet disc, just at the top of your crown here, which connects you and your body and your energetic system with all that is. Breathe light into that chakra. Feel connected to everyone and everything in the entire universe and planet. Feel the healing coming into that chakra system now. And watch it begin to spin a brilliant purple violet colour, gleaming and shining like amethyst. Finally, just stand back a little bit from all your chakras here and just take a look at them in a row, stacked one on top of each other. Red and orange and yellow and green, pink, light blue and indigo and violet. And just make sure they're properly aligned, they're all spinning at the same size, and make any final adjustments you want to your energy system, just to make sure that it's as clear and clean and balanced as you feel comfortable with. And silently thank the light for the exercise that you've undertaken today and for helping you to heal your internal energy system. And gradually now, start feeling yourself move back into your body. Maybe give your fingers a little wiggle and your toes. Maybe shake your arms and your shoulders a little bit. Roll up the neck. And gradually, when you're ready, open your eyes. Fully alive and peaceful and awake and calm and full of energy to face the rest of the weekend. And congratulations if you followed this video and also did the work on balancing your internal system. If so, stay aware of any thoughts that might occur to you over the next day or two, because that's how your energy system might communicate with you. So you might think of a song or a book, or get a feeling that you might need to sort of look into a certain area or issue. This is part of your own energy system directing you or telling you on what you might need to do to assist you with your healing as you go forward. So like I said, that one of the issues for me was really opening up my creativity was a big issue. Also some work on boundaries and saying no, which is something else that I kind of was directed to certain books once I'd spent some time on working on these chakras. So just think about what occurs to you, and your first thought or your gut instinct is probably the right answer. So well done everyone on doing this today, and I hope you enjoyed today's meditation. And take care of yourself and each other, and I shall see you again for the next video. Okay, bye bye.